anything that you find in your house or somewhere at home?
Kind of like something scratching on a window pane.
Okay. Anybody else?
It's a clock.
Clock. Thinking of a clock. Good. Anything else? Anything of?
Dripping water.
Okay, that's a good idea. How about one of the timers, things that your mom might use when she's cooking dinner? Thanksgiving dinner or something. Let her know when dinner's ready. Unless she has an updated stove, that's what built in. Maybe a heartbeat, something like that. Okay, that's what we call a steady beat. Okay? Rhythm has to do with how long or short a note is. Rhythms can be long, or rhythms can be short. Okay. George, what's the name of the song I just passed out?
Oh, Susanna.
All right. Does everybody know this song?
Yeah.
We watch cartoons on Saturday morning. We watch Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Have you seen the episode where Bugs Bunny's sitting outside his rabbit hole playing the banjo, singing the song? And the guy's singing an opera down the road, and Bugs Bunny's bothering him? Good. A lot of you have probably seen this, but it's a little embarrassed to imagine. Anyway, get your voices ready. We're going to do some singing. Sing loudly. Ready? Well, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, there where true love for to see. The rain all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I first came down. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I saw Susanna dear coming down the hill. A puppy cake was in her mouth, a tear was in her eye. Says, I am coming from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Good job, okay. We're going to sing this again. However, this time, we're going to clap a steady beat as we sing it. So we're going to sing it the same way we just did, but we're going to clap a steady beat as well. So you can just follow me. I'll start the steady beat. Won't be that difficult once we get going. Ready? I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, there where true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I first came down, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw Susanna dear coming down the hill. A buckwheat cake was in her mouth, a tear was in her eye. Said, I am coming from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Very good job. It was a good steady beat. Now listen up. Here's what we're going to do next. We're going to march to a steady beat in a circle around the piano. Now I'm going to play rhythm patterns on the piano. You're going to clap it back to me after I play it. Okay? For example, if I play this pattern. Gary, can you clap that back for me? Perfect. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay? So everybody up? Let's march. I'll get you started. Ready? Follow me. Marching. Watch out for the opposite. played on the piano, and you clap back to me, can be notated or written down in the same way you write down your name on a piece of paper. Then you can read it. You can write down rhythm patterns, and then read it, and then perform it. Okay? That's what we have here. We're going to do a little bit of that with our flashcards. Everybody see? I'll back up. Okay? Repeat after me as I perform this pattern. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta.
Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta.
Okay? See the long stems by themselves are called tas. The two grouped together by a beam at the top are called titis. Okay? If we were marching to this, each step of our feet will get one ta or two titis to each step. If I were to march to this pattern, we'll go ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. You see with my left foot hit the ground, we have two titis. Okay? But only one ta to each step. Okay? Okay, repeat after me. Ta, 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 ti, ti.
Ta, 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 ti, ti.
Ti, ti, ta, ta, ta.
Ti, ti, ta, ta, ta.
Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta.
Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta.
Okay. Great. Want to try this one by yourself?
Ta, 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 ta.
Good. Carrie, try this one.
Ti ti ta, ti 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 ti.
Okay. Melissa?
Ti 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 ta, ti ti.
Yeah? Next one.
Ti 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 ti.
Okay. Yeah?
Ti 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 ta.
Good. Everybody seems to be doing pretty well with this. Jane? You listen.
Ta ti ti ta, ti ti.
Stacy?
Ta ta ti ti ta.
George?
Ta, 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 ti, ti.
Stephen?
Ti ti ta ta ta.
Joanne?
Ta ti ti ta ta.
Trying to shuffle it down. I got something back here. Okay. Kevin.
Ta, ta, ti, 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 ti.
For a new student, you want to do this?
Ta, ti, 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 ta.
Okay. Cameraman?
Ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti.
Good. Okay. You all seem to understand very well about rhythm patterns and steady beat. Let's review a little bit what we learned. Somebody tell me how we performed a steady beat today. Joanne?
Class march.
Out the march, good. Those were two ways we provided a steady beat. How about the rhythm patterns? How do we perform rhythm patterns? Yeah.
Voices.
Our voices, okay. So how do we just do it with the sign?
Clapping.
No, with the
Oh.
flashcards. We spoke the rhythms, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How else do we perform rhythm patterns? Remember when we were marching?
Oh, we're talking.
Clapping. Right. Any other way that we performed rhythm patterns today? There's one more thing that we did. George?
We sang.
We sang. Here's rhythm patterns in the song we sang, right? Sure, all songs have rhythm patterns, okay? So we sang some rhythm patterns, the song Oh Susanna, and we clapped them as I played them on the piano, and we spoke them. We read them off the flashcards, okay? Everybody seems to be doing a good job with this. Next week, we're going to get into more difficult rhythm patterns. We're going to study something new called rest, and we're going to learn new patterns, patterns that are different than the Thai TT patterns that we know this week. So when you're listening to music this week, which I'm sure you all will at some time or another, see if you can listen for the steady beat with the music that you're listening to, and see if you can hear any rhythm patterns that are similar to Ta and TT patterns. Okay? So I'll see you next week. Let's change.
something new this year, class, and it's playing the recorder for some of our concert songs. So we have a little bit of instrumental music accompaniment with our choir this year for our Christmas program. So we're going to start early with learning the recorder. And this is your recorder. There's a large picture of it. This is called the head part here. This is the mouthpiece, and that corresponds here. And this is where you blow into, and that's what produces the sound by blowing into the top of the head. Now these little round things are called the tone holes. And they're the open holes there on your recorder. Your left hand always goes at the top, on the top tone holes, and the right hand always goes on the bottom. Okay, something very important for you to remember about your recorder is not to play anybody else's recorder. You should always play your own, because especially with the flu season being around, you don't want to get flu from anybody. And always keep your instrument clean. I'll show you that briefly, so in case we run out of time at the end of class. Most of you should have one of these sticks in your recorder case. If you do, go ahead and take out your recorder and take out your stick. And what you'll want to do is take a real soft cloth. Can you see the little hole on the end of this stick? And lace the cloth through the hole and wrap it over the top and just swab out. That's what we call cleaning out your instrument. Swab out your instrument so that it's nice and clean for the next time you play, so it doesn't get any green things in it. Okay. The first thing we're going to learn with actually learning to play the recorder is where to put our fingers. There's a hole in the back, and that's where you put your left thumb. Sometimes you'll be covering this hole, sometimes you won't, but today we'll be covering it, unless I clean up. Okay, your first finger, your pointer finger, goes over the first hole, second finger over the second hole, and third finger over the third hole. And your left pinky always kind of just waves at everybody and doesn't really cover anything. And those are your three holes. Now this, because we can't see through the recorder, I pretend like we can see through it, so that's what that shows. So you may see that on your fingering chart. Most of you should have a fingering chart in with your recorder, so a lot of them come with fingering charts. So that's how they notate it on there, so that's, if you try to learn new fingerings, that's how that corresponds. And what you want to do is you want to try and sit up kind of straight. You don't want to slouch. Because if you slouch, then you won't be able to get as pretty of a sound. Kind of sit up straight. Okay, and you can take your recorder with your thumb and your first, second, and third finger down, and all covering the holes, and put it in your mouth, and just blow a note. G is for 3 fingers down. Now if we lift up a finger and blow again, that was good. That's an A. And if you lift up one more finger, and what I'd like you to start doing is, next week we're going to be learning how to compose a song. We'll learn these 3 notes, maybe we'll even learn a couple more notes. And I'd like you to start trying to think of patterns you can play with that G, the A, and the B. And then next week we'll start composing our own songs. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Good morning, class.
Morning.
How's everybody's weekend?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Great. Okay, today we're going to do a couple things. We're going to listen to some various styles of music, and we're also going to do some performing with our guitars. I'll repeat that. With our guitars and our voices as well. But first of all, I want to talk about some of the things that we discussed last week in class pertaining to melody, the terms on the board, which one usually deals with more notes occurring at one time?
Harmony, because you make different chords.
Right. So therefore, Stephanie, which term deals with notes with only one note occurring at a time?
It has to be melody.
Yes. Very good. George, which term on the board do you think has the most important part of the music? Is the primary aspect of the music?
Melody.
Melody. Good. Therefore, Carrie, which term has the secondary aspect of the music?
Harmony.
Harmony. Okay. Again, what we talked about, it's just to say that harmony isn't important, the melody is all important, but just that melody is somewhat more important than harmony. Obviously, both terms are very important. Okay, well listen. Which term has the same meaning as, say, chords or accompaniment? Harmony, very good. Okay, and Pam? Which term on the board gives music its identity? Melody, very good. To prove that, I have an example. See if anybody can recognize the song we're about to play. Anybody recognize it?
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of songs. Was that melody or harmony that I just played? Harmony, okay. So we can't quite recognize it, it's just the harmony. If I played the melody by itself, you think you could recognize the song? With the grace note included. Everybody knows the song now? Okay. So that just goes to prove that the harmony doesn't quite give the song its identity like the melody does. When we remember a song that we really like, we usually remember it by the melody, not quite by the harmony. Sometimes we can remember songs by the harmony. It usually has to do with the melody. Is everybody clear about this? Is there any questions? Okay. We're now going to do some listening, and here's some things I want you to listen for. I want you to listen to the different instruments in this recording. And also want you to listen for the melody and the harmony, and see if you can figure out which instruments are doing what, as far as melody and harmony goes. The thing to remember is that what we talked about last week, that one instrument can do both, can do melody or harmony. So be on the lookout for that. What you might want to do is write the two terms down, and when you hear a different instrument doing something, you can write them down underneath the terms. You don't have to do that, that's just a recommendation. So sit back, relax. Don't relax up here too much. Okay, who wants to tell me what they heard? Carrie, how about you?
Well, there's a mixture of melody and harmony. It started out with the oboe playing the melody, and then the melody was in the guitar, and the rest of the orchestra was playing harmony underneath it.
Okay, underneath both the guitar and the oboe?
In some places, not all the time.
Okay. Did the guitar do a lot of accompanying? Or could you hear any other instruments that were doing some accompaniment as well? Okay.
French horn.
Yeah, there's a French horn in there doing a counter melody. More or less. It lasted for a few beats, but it wasn't very long. Yes? Harp? Okay. I don't think I've heard a harp. It could have been that was a guitar.
Or is that the guitar?
That was a guitar at the very beginning.
Okay, because it sounded kind of.
Harp, yeah. It's easy to get the two. And actually, it wasn't an oboe in the beginning. It was English horn. Yeah, it was an oboe or an oboe. Okay? Yes, George?
String bass.
String bass. You can hear the string bass plugging every few notes. That part came out quite clear. And there were a lot of other string instruments involved as well as we're playing the harmony in the background. Okay. Any questions about this? Okay, let's get your guitars out. It's time to do some performing. The sheets I passed out serve as a guide for our performance. Rugged string. Okay. You put your sheet that I hand out to you somewhere we can see it and play the guitar as well. Might be tricky. Okay, since we're going to be playing and singing, you can tell me where the melody's going to be. What's going to be performing the melody? James? The voices, right? And the guitar will be doing what? Harmony? Okay, correct. Is everybody ready? Get your C chord ready first. That'll be the first chord we're going to play. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, go. Everybody sing. Holy night. That was G7. All is calm. All is right. F chord. Round young virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild. Here comes G7. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Okay. Stephanie, if you took the guitar away, would you recognize the song? So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. If you took the voices away and just played the guitar, would you recognize the song?
No way.
No way? Why?
Because there's nothing that tells what it is.
Right.
No distinction.
No distinction. Could be any song.
Mhm.
Right. So the melody, which gives the music its identity, will be missing. You wouldn't recognize the song. Okay? Very good. Now we're going to do a little bit more listening. I have here various selections for you to listen to, and after each one, I'm going to stop the tape deck and ask you what instruments you hear performing the melody and what instruments you hear doing the harmony. Okay?
Mein Lieblingsherz des Mannes wandert durch die Weide.
real quick.